What is going on, guys? Welcome back. I wanted to do a quick kind of review on a new water-fed brush that I just received from Tucker. I was kind of surprised. It's really neat. It's called the Tucker Glide. This one is the 18-inch model. It's got 4 spray nozzles. Really thick, really soft. Not quite as soft as boar hair, but they say that it's synthetic material that they used. They didn't say exactly what it was, but it outperformed boar hair in testing. So that's kind of cool. I used it a little bit today on my own glass at home, and it felt pretty good. It did glide quite a bit. That's really nice. One thing that I noticed on these is that it's a lot thicker. Okay, I prefer longer bristles. They kind of flatten out a little bit better than this. This is super thick. Of course, this bigger one is meant for commercial glass. I think they have a 7 or 8 inch one meant for residential. Don't have that one. Probably gonna get it and just kind of test it out and see what I can see. Definitely comes with the Tucker lock attachment thing there, so that's really nice. But compared, I use a lot of different brushes depending on what I'm dealing with. This new synthetic material, it also says in the description on the Tucker's website that supposedly, on the boar hair, you kind of lose a lot of bristles over time. I've found them stuck in windows, stuff like that, especially if you're trying to get the corners or the edge in the frames. They said this one won't do that. This one's probably 1/4 to a 1/2 inch shorter than the boar hair, which is surprising to me. Like I said, I really like the longer bristled ones. And that doesn't mean I don't like this one, because I do. I think all the brushes, just like every tool that we have in our arsenal, it has a place. I have a few big glass clients, being like a 4 to 5 story commercial paper plant, pretty much, and it's very hydrophobic glass that I can't wait to use this on, because they say that what makes this a little bit better than the rest is you can rinse the top of the glass as you're rinsing for water fed and just keep this on the glass. That's one of their main pushes for this. And I did test that out on my own windows, and it worked really well. So I'm really looking forward to using this on that tall glass that is very difficult for you to kind of push off of. So that's really nice. I really like the Gardner taper techs, okay, for my residentials, because those flatten out relatively easily without bending the bristles as much, and I can really get into corners really well and stuff like that. So, but I'm gonna give these a shot. I really like Tucker. I really like their warranties, their brand, their promise to you. So I'm going to get the residential one. I'm gonna order that probably next week, and I'll do another review too on like 6 months from now, how this thing holds up, how it feels when I use it a little bit more. I think Alex Brunner from Tucker, he said he saw one of my videos, and he was like, I was using a smaller brush on one of my projects I was working on. He was like, man, this dude's gotta get a bigger brush. So he sent this to me surprisingly, which is really nice. Shout out Alex, thanks man, I appreciate it. But yeah, I think this just came out today or yesterday. Actually, it might have been, what's today, Monday? It might have been Friday. It just went live. I haven't really seen them marketed as much. It kind of sneaked down on the website, but I think it's definitely worth giving a shot. Just like any other tool that comes out. I really like their new locking system that they have. Comes apart pretty easily. It's kind of like an octagon shape, and then it kind of goes right back in. Their screw-on, ones before, I know they broke really easily. I had quite a few break. Of course, they replaced. I think now I'm not a big fan of rinse bars. As many of the window cleaners know that are probably watching this, that do water fed on a regular basis, is oxidization on these frames kill you when you're trying to rinse, right? Like you'll go down 4 or 5 windows and you'll come back and the oxy is just, even I could probably scrub all day long, and it doesn't matter a difference, honestly, because if you miss a little bit, it's still gonna drip down after it dries. So no matter how pure your water is. So that's my problem with rinse bars, is if I don't want to touch that top frame, which most of the time I won't, and I've never had an issue because of it. I've never had a client say, oh, you didn't wipe my frames. You know, it's not in my remit regardless, so they really don't have a leg to stand on. But granted, if there's cobwebs, if there's something up there, I'll come through with a cobweb, duster and stuff like that. So I mean, but I'm not gonna sit there and scrub the frames. It adds so much time. You got to kind of hump a couple more out just to come back, because you still got to let the frames dry a little bit so they're not just flooding them. But yeah, the rinse bars, they have their place, and like that job that I mentioned earlier that I want to use this on is that's their place. Big glass, hydrophobic glass. The rinse bars work tremendously on that glass, so I cannot wait to give this a try. Alex, Sean, if you guys are watching this, why'd you guys make this so short? I'm very curious. It's probably the shortest brush that you guys have made thus far. So I'm very curious on that. One thing that I found when at least just using this a little bit of time I did earlier was, and maybe it was just I wasn't putting enough weight behind it. Maybe my pull wasn't as long and as heavy as it should have been, but it was kind of hard to get all the weight on this because these bristles are so short, to kind of make contact initially when you're first hitting the glass. And I was rubbing some pretty good water on there. I could see the middle really wasn't making contact as much, so that worries me a little bit. Maybe you got to break them in. I'm not affiliated with anybody, so I'm gonna give an honest review here. So we'll see how that goes in the future. But like I said, I really think this has an upper hand in regards to the synthetic material that they're using. It's just it's a little bit lighter than your boar hair. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to trying it out. So if you have any questions, if you have anything you want me to try on it, just leave a comment and let me see what you got. I just hit 200 subscribers. Thank you. My goal was 200 by the end of the month, so I hit that a little early. I think I'm now at 210, so I really appreciate everyone's support. I'm really trying to keep up on this channel and try to put as much info as I can out there. So thank you for tuning in, and if you have any questions, like I said, just leave a comment below. But I'm looking forward to using this. My initial review, and a little bit time I used it earlier is pretty solid. So I'm looking forward to using it out in the field, and I will update you guys. Thanks.